tried to free your mind, Nia, but I can only show you the door. You're the one that has to walk through it.
No.
You have to let it all go, Nia. Fear, doubt, and disbelief. Free your mind.
This is the Mind is Mine podcast. What it do, ladies and gentlemen? Episode 28 of the Mind is Mine podcast. Thank you for being here. As always, we got special guests in the building. My boy KZ.Smoove. How you doing, bro?
What's happening? It's KZ.Smoove in the building. Smooth spoken word artist, soon to be global, bro. I'm feeling great, man. Thank you for having me.
Indeed. Hey, I just want to give a disclaimer. If you smell something musty, it's me. Because I just got back home from the gym. So if you smelling it through the airwaves, my bad.
We good. But we gotta get to work in.
Yes, sir. Hey, at least I'm out here getting work in. So hopefully that mustiness inspires you to get up and get into the gym. So but how you doing, bro? It's good having you here,
man. I'm smooth, dog. I've been playing a whole lot. A lot of good stuff been going. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I've been good. Indeed.
Yeah, and you a busy man too. So you got something special coming up next Friday.
So do. One of the biggest shows in my career as a spoken word artist in St. Louis, at the Dark Room at the Grandale Square, July 25th at 9:30. It's one of my biggest shows. I'm headlining.
A beautiful venue, man, and a perfect place for you to headline. Is this your first headliner?
Yeah. First headlining show. Yeah.
Fire.
So yeah, first headline show in the books all together in Nashville and St. Louis.
That's fire, man.
So for sure.
I want to ask about Nashville right off the jump. I know you go back and forth from there. What's so special about Nashville? You got family down there? Is it like an invite type of thing? What's going on down there?
Yeah, so I do got family down there. I'm just not getting to know them because we met as adults. But
yeah,
I went to school there. I was at Tennessee State University. So when I was down there, I didn't just often spend my time on campus. I wanted to get out in the city and start networking with other artists, figure out what I was as a spoken word poet. And as I started getting more acclimated, they accepted me well. You feel me? So they set me up with a lot of good opportunities. I performed at the City Winery in Nashville. So in Nashville, that is my biggest show down there. And since then, it's just been like a second home to me. You know what I'm saying? I know Nashville Street's just good as St. Louis.
That's beautiful, man. Yeah, I've been wanting to go down there. I never.
It's nice. Been there. It's nice, yeah. Especially as far as the music game. You know what I'm saying? They got people down there doing their thing.
Mm-hmm. So, what about spoken word has influenced you the most? Like, what got you into it? What's the start with that?
I've always had a gift of speaking. You know what I'm saying? Ever since I was young, I didn't quite understand it, you know what I'm saying, or understand the impact of it, but I knew my words was powerful, you know what I'm saying? And I played around with the idea. I would create pieces and just having to play around with it, you know what I'm saying? I was doing stuff in high school. I rewrote Romeo and Juliet in high school. I had a spoken word production, I think my junior year of high school, but I started taking it serious until I was an adult. So I guess what inspired me is answering the call of impact that my word has, you know what I'm saying? So that's what inspired me the most, is to see how far I can take a gift that I've already had. So
that's dope, man. Yes, man. Spoken word is special, but at the same time it's very difficult because
facts.
I feel like too many people think if they get behind a mic, they either have to discern between giving a speech or music.
Right.
And I feel like spoken word and even poetry too, but there's a difference, and we'll get to that.
Man.
I feel like spoken word is a great intersection of both of them coming together, because you can still make a song in a way out of spoken word, but at the same time you're preaching in a way.
Yeah.
So would you agree with that?
Yeah, for sure. It is. It's difficult understanding the difference, especially if you don't have many people who listen for the difference at that, you know what I'm saying? But even in conversation, you'll hear people say, oh, I do poetry, you know what I'm saying? But me, I'm a spoken word artist. So it's a very thin-haired difference, but there is a major difference, you know what I'm saying? Spoken word poetry is poetry, but not all poetry is spoken word, you feel me? Poetry can be written forms, it could be your diary, you know what I'm saying? Spoken word is more so an expression of the soul, but it's performative. So the main And the highest thing you can achieve with spoken word is actually being a performer. So that's what I try to highlight. You know what I'm saying? I am speaking in poetry, but I like to make sure it is performing. It is catchy to the ear. You know what I'm saying? People can actually vibe with it. People can relate to it.
For sure. And I'm sure you've been in crowds where people don't really know the difference at all.
Man, for
and
real.
a lot of people like to join that together, which there are similarities, like you said, but ultimately they're different.
Yeah.
And you're big on performing. You love to perform. I see the passion that you have and the excitement that you have. What's one way that you show the difference between spoken word and poetry, regular poetry, while you're on stage for the audience to grasp that difference?
That's a great question. Off rip, I make sure to always have something that's easily to easily catchy, easy to grab, you know what I'm saying, by the audience. The poetic aspect comes with rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Not rhythm of like, you know, having a catchy hook, but the rhythm of how I'm speaking combined with my message. You know what I'm saying? Message has a lot to do with it too. So poetry always has a message. So across the board, you're going to have a deep message. But spoken word also makes sure to highlight that message. That's what makes it different than rap. You feel me? So the genre of rap sometimes don't always highlight the message.
Indeed.
Yeah, and if you have a message that's not really formulated in, you know what I'm saying, actually trying to touch a sensitive part of the person you speaking to, that's not really spoken word. You feel me? That's that rap genre. But I make sure to emphasize that a lot. I make sure I have hard hitting lines that still sound extremely poetic, but I might put a different rhythm to it. You feel me? Yeah, I do that the most.
Yeah, and I definitely agree. Just with the tone that you speak in, listening to 001.
Yeah, 001. Yeah.
Go stream that, by the way. Please stream that. And if you want to play
all platforms,
Indeed.
001.
And if you want to send me anything, or you have anything to recommend that you want to show the crowd or the listener at all, I got Bluetooth, so I can hook this up and we can play a little snippet if you want to. So,
yeah, oh God. But I think I might got one or two.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever you need, bro.
Yeah,
I got
facts.
you. So
we don't run that up, y'all.
So what is there anything in terms of when you have a performance, is there any jitters at all? Is there anything that you fear? Is there any actually rewind. What's the biggest difficulty that you have performing when you started and compared to now?
I appreciate how you changed the question for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as the first question, I don't really. It's not no nervousness that happens.
I got you.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I felt like
for
I
real.
need to reiterate.
It's just once you walk, like I said earlier, once you walk in your calling, it feels like it's been a part of you the whole time. It's like DNA coded. You feel me? One of the most difficult parts now is, I say to be sure I maintain stage presence. So you don't want to sway side to side. Like if y'all do that as artists, stop swaying side to side. All right. The stage can be plot points. You feel me? Say if this white cup and that red cup is a stage and the soundboard is the middle, you know, that's point one. This is point two, that's point three. Or you can, you know what I'm saying, you can kind of move interdimensionally because you see it makes a triangle. You feel me? So one of the biggest things is just not to remain still unless you have something like hard hitting enough to where you're not moving the mic. Kind of like this, you feel me? This is sentimental right here. You feel me? So that's, I think, one of the most difficult things. Some of my hyper poetry, I combine hip hop and spoken word. So some of my hyper stuff, you know what I'm saying, I got to find that in the mix of being real lit, but still presenting a good message. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Yeah, no, what you just mentioned, moving around and not standing still like that.
Right. Or getting into a pattern because the crowd notices that. You feel me? If I go up and I go, point one to point two, back to point one, back to point two, back to point one, point three over there is like, you know what I'm saying, they don't really get to see that side of you. You feel me?
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, you want to emphasize all spaces.
Yeah, and one thing I learned too, somebody came up to me because I was performing poetry at Word Up, and I'm still really like young into poetry. I haven't written poetry in a minute. I've just been busy with other stuff, but that's something I'm definitely wanting to come back around. But that was one of the biggest things somebody told me. It's like, hey, at first, like nobody knows if you mess up or not.
Yeah.
But if you get into a pattern, then people are gonna recognize that.
Exactly. Facts.
Yeah, bro.
Or if you ABCD, look, like you know what I'm saying? You mumble jumbo, like, you know what I'm saying? Stutter, like stuff like that. Yeah, people will notice it, you know what I'm saying? But you actually do pretty good, bro. So
for sure.
Keep going.
I appreciate
it,
bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Humble beginnings, for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir.
When
I first started, I started off sadly reading off my phone. And you know what I'm saying?
I know that.
Yeah, for real.
I know that.
And hey, shout out to those who do, but if you really about it, especially as far as spoken word, get your phone out your hand. You know what I'm saying? Memorize your work.
Rehearse, man.
Man, literally.
Bro.
You know your favorite song, you know your ABCs, you know what I'm saying? So your music is one of them notches you can fulfill.
The last time I did poetry with Story Stitchers, actually.
Yeah. Shout out Story Stitchers, man.
Man, big shout out. Shout out.
Shout out to folks.
But I took the time to rehearse like for a week and a half, just every day, just even at work, because I drive at work. So I'm just reiterating the whole thing, reciting it. And it makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Practice makes a huge difference in anything that you do, but especially for words too, because there's so many things that can just go wrong with words. You can stutter, and then once you stutter, that can just throw off the whole vibe. That can throw off the whole flow. It's just about getting to a flow. And also, one thing that helps me is it helps being on stage and having the light on you, because it kind of flushes out everybody in front of you.
Yeah.
So it's just
see people's eyes, reactions, and
for sure. And I'm a guy that talks with my hands too, so I'm just gonna like
interject like that.
Continue to use my hand. I love doing that,
man.
And I hate holding the mic too. Unless if I absolutely have to, because I talk with my hands, so I don't want to just do one hand.
Oh God, yeah.
So
trying to convert on me from left to right, it could be confusing. Oh God.
So what elements do you like to bring into spoken word? Because I hear a saxophone while you were practicing the other day.
Yeah.
You were talking about dancing as well in the future.
Oh God.
What are elements that
wish I could have had that for this show, for sure.
For sure.
Timing came down to the wire, but wish I could have had that for sure.
I mean, you still gonna knock it out the park either way. So
got to. You hear me? Yeah. Dark Room, Grandale Square. Come on now.
Of course, man.
We got to, bro.
If God has faith in you, I got faith in you.
Man, so. I appreciate that.
Of course.
God. Yeah. All around the board. So shout out Volume Speaks. She's gonna be my saxophone player.
Ooh, she's nice with it too.
Man, ain't
she's
it crazy? Nice. Crazy, dog. So she actually performed with me for my first Dark Room set in March. That was my first time ever performing at the Dark Room. So I'm gonna have her in there. We feed off each other's energy like clockwork, you know what I'm saying? So implementing that into spoken word, no background tracks, all live performance. So I'm gonna have saxophone and I'm gonna have guitar. Shout out my dog RJ on guitar. He gonna be there too. So implementing different elements of spoken word just reminds people of the real feel of this. You feel me? Because this is still a music genre. Like you can win a Grammy for spoken word poetry.
Indeed.
You feel me? So when people be saying stuff like, oh yeah, he do poetry. No, I'm a spoken word artist. I'm an artist. You feel me? So understanding to put music over your art is the next level of an artistry. You feel me? If you spend all your time in the booth, you got to worry about how you do live performing. Spend all your time live performing, you got to figure out how you're going to do in the booth. You spend time doing that, you got to figure out how you sound with a live band. You feel me? It's just like it's an element. It's like a badge in Call of Duty or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like it's the next thing to unlock.
So what do you like better? Do you like performing with music in the background, or do you like just straight acapella?
Love music. I ain't gonna lie. I can really rock some acapella, but the ambiance of music behind my voice and my cadence, it always changes. So that's one thing people always gonna see about me. You feel me? I had people tell me, oh, well, it sounds like it's off beat. Well, it's not really supposed to be. It's not on beat. It's not a rap song. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The message is what you're supposed to be listening for.
You just speaking at the end of the day.
Man, what? You know what I'm saying? And I make sure, my studio work is just as good. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So, and people don't really get that yet. You know what I'm saying? They waking up to it here and there, but they got to understand it can be versatile. It can be either or. I could have somebody hitting a table for all I know. You feel me? And I'm sitting there spitting, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, adding those elements is just the next step.
For sure. And I feel like people don't really get used to somebody just speaking over music, because 9 times out of 10, especially nowadays, there's so many people that want to get into music that may not even be well versed in music.
Facts.
So people are just used to, so many people just getting into the music scene, especially rap too.
Yeah.
I think there's an oversaturation.
Sitting up playing in the studio.
Yeah, bro. I think there's an oversaturation.
Sorry, yeah, you heard me. No cap. It's enough. It's enough people who, it's never gonna be too short of turn music. That's just what it is.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's what people like. That's what people want to hear. That's what people are paying for too. So, but it is a whole lot of them for sure. And some people be like, when they peep my style or how I present myself as an artist, the first thing they say, "Oh, so you a rapper?" No, I'm not a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I'm not walking around with, crystals around my neck, and you know what I'm saying? I'm still a spoken word poet. You feel me? It's just they have a certain look in their mind of what a spoken word artist is supposed to look like until they meet me. You feel me? So I like breaking that.
So like you said, but spoken word is recognized to the point where you can win a Grammy off it.
Facts.
Is there any Grammy nominated or winners that you keep an eye out and that you learn from?
Yeah. Actually, first time I met dude, his name Jay Ivy. Shout out to Jay Ivy, man. I met Jay Ivy in Nashville, and first time I ever heard about him, I think I was looking up some events. I always go on like places like Eventbrite and just stuff like that, right? So I seen somebody named Jay Ivy had a show at the City Winery. I was peeping the City Winery. I'm all like, I bet. And I found out Jay Ivy, first spoken word poet to ever win a Grammy. I'm like, word?
Fire.
He doing what I'm doing. You feel me? So I bought my ticket. Boom. I came to the show. I got to meet bro. And that night, I was still enjoying the performance, but I was taking notes. I still got the notes in my phone. Like I was sitting there taking notes on his cadence. I was taking notes on his rhythm. He performed for a while. I ain't gonna lie. I was all like, this is what you gotta do. Mind you, I'm still in venues. I'm in bars. I'm in little clubs and stuff like that. I'm in people and they eating their food and I'm over here spitting and understanding, okay, so that's what this looks like. That's what it has to look like. That's what my breath control has to look like. That's what having a team has to look like. Ever since then, I was all like, that's what I want.
I feel like you would go crazy at jazz clubs too.
Man, what?
I feel like you would go crazy.
I appreciate that, bro.
There was this one jazz club that I went to 2 years ago, I believe. It was called Blue Note. It was over in New York. It's very popular.
I've heard of it, actually.
Yeah, they got venues in, I believe, LA, maybe Atlanta, and Japan as well. And I saw the Harlem Project, I believe, because it was on the same day as Martin Luther King Day. And so they just had a huge tribute to him, but also to Harlem as well. And just listening to those sounds, and it's so beautiful. You just get lost into it. I didn't pull out my phone once at all. Facts. So just being immersed in it, and I feel like you went well with that type of sound.
Yeah, I hope to be there. I aspire to be there. You know what I'm saying? Any avenue where I can actually showcase my artistry, I'm going to be there. You feel me? So jazz clubs have definitely got to be the next vibe. You hear me?
For sure.
They play a whole bunch of live music. You know what I'm saying? They have consistent crowds that come out. Got to pack out one of them jazz clubs in St. Louis too. You feel me?
Indeed.
Yeah, we could do it.
Yeah.
Including the dark room. Dark room going on that list. I can see dark room being a jazz club. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it is.
Dark room, and I'm so happy for what they did with hip hop too.
Facts.
Just bringing hip hop into a live space like that.
Oh God. My first dark room show I ever seen. Shout out T-Double. That was the first dark room show I ever seen. He a hip hop artist, he a rap artist. But he had live instruments.
I saw his
that
show
night.
at Grandel.
Yeah, on me. That was the first dark room show I ever seen. Same thing I did with Jay Ivy. It was just like that's just my formula. You feel me? It's like I'm taking those. I grew up playing ball, so you watching. It's like I'm watching a player, and I know, you know what I'm saying. He didn't run for MVP high school running back of the year. You know what I'm saying?
You play football?
Yeah, I played football. I played football in high school, a little bit in college too. But watching somebody do something like that, I'm like, all right, which way does he step? All right, which way does he face the crowd when he says this? What cadence does his band go on that they know of? It's the same thing. You feel me? I always say, you know what I'm saying, this is a ball game. It's just different uniform. Yeah,
and the greatest of any type of genre or any industry at all will tell you that spending time, and Mike was one of those guys, and Ye was one of those guys too, just spending time studying the greats and the people that came before you.
Yeah, facts.
You know, Mike had James Brown, he had Jay-Z, and it just shows in the talent that they had. Maybe not for him right now, but which is upsetting. But speaking of him, we'll get to that album in a second.
Oh God.
But
it's gonna reveal itself why I picked that album too.
Okay, bet.
Oh God.
Bet. And I know this isn't technically spoken word, but Def Jam Poetry.
That was definitely the platform.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. So is there?
Oh wow. So that's two reasons why I picked that album.
That's
sure. Crazy. Yeah. I didn't even peep that one.
Yeah, bro. And as soon as you picked that, I was like, man, that's perfect. That's
it was. Segue. It was. I ain't gonna lie.
But I'm sure that inspired you. I'm sure that inspired you, and seeing Mos Def up there,
Black Ice.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, I remember Black Ice a lot. I knew Black Ice before I knew Kanye West was on there. Kanye West was on there too, and J. Ivy. I seen Black Ice first. That was my first like introduction to be all like, okay, what is he doing? You feel me? That it makes sense to me. You feel me? Yeah.
So when was it like? When was the moment where you realized that this is what I want to do with my life?
So I just moved schools. So I was at a school in Oklahoma. I was at a HBCU in Oklahoma, right? And it was cool there, but you know, my time was coming up to transition. You feel me? I like what they had to offer, but I just kind of wanted a different scenery.
You were playing football down there?
Yeah. Okay. So my plan was to walk on at TSU. So after that didn't work out, you know what I'm saying? I kind of lost myself. Cause that would have been my first year never playing ball. You feel me? I've been playing since I was a kid.
I hear.
And a lot of people don't talk about it because of how common it is, but they don't talk about like life after ball if that was always your plan. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So it was just
we can talk about that, bro.
Man,
that's how I wanted to play pro baseball.
Yeah,
and that just didn't work out for me,
man. And they don't talk about, you know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, well, you spent your time since you was 5 bust people heads open. And now you gotta be out here be a citizen. You feel me? Like, I gotta have some self-control now. You feel me? But it's like, you know, that's expected, but it wasn't taught. If people were in your ear, just keep playing ball. You be good. You know, keep playing ball.
Especially if the only reason why you went to school was to play ball.
Literally,
like you took all the easiest classes. You don't really care for it at all. It's just like, I just need to take this class, succeed in this class, so I can play ball.
So when I was at Oklahoma, that's high key what it was. You know what I'm saying? Still, you know what I'm saying? I try to do what I do because I was a psychology major. I still liked it, but it was like you said, it was just something to make sure I stayed eligible to be on this field.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I was trying to do anything to keep that dream alive. So when I got to Nashville and got introduced to a whole new scenery at TSU, and it fell through. Honestly, I was down for like maybe a month or so. I got hurt training. So I was training to actually try out again. My first tryout, I hated, you know what I'm saying? I was working out to try again and I pulled something and it was just bad timing.
Yeah.
Season finna start. Ain't nobody finna make me heal, especially if I walked on. Cause I walked on at Langston University. I walked on. So, you know, and I was like, I ain't finna sit around and do nothing. So upon that, you know, I changed my major. I started doing research about Nashville in general. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, what's something that I could do that's relative to where I'm at? You feel me? So urban studies was it because, you know, Nashville is one of the fast growing cities in America, you know what I'm saying, as far as urbanization. So that was just something I wanted to do. I had that figured out. Outside of that, I'm like, all right, what about all this creative energy I had? You know what I'm saying? I went to an open mic one night and what happened? Shout out my dog Carrie, man. On me, she was there too.
Man,
so I was planning. Oh God. Shout out Carrie.
There we go. I always mix it up.
Yeah. So I wonder if she still remember this. I was planning an event. So now I was the president of a male mentorship organization. So I'm skipping that part just to save time.
For sure.
But I was the president of a male mentorship organization. I was planning an event. TSU actually held that event for a couple of years too. So, you know, if you ever see that event, I started that. And I went out to an event that was being catered under TSU, right? And I heard it was there. Somebody was a food vendor, but they was also doing an open mic there. But I went to talk to the food vendor. And I was in there, I'm like, okay, this is actually pretty fly. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. And the more I was paying attention, I'm all like, this is actually kind of smooth. So they had a band there. You feel me? I think they had keys, and I don't think they had drums, but they had another horn instrument, maybe saxophone, maybe trumpet. I can't remember. So my homegirl Carrie, she was all like, well, you need to go up there and do something. And I was all like, I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't tripping. I was like, all right, bet, if you go up there and sing, I'll go up there and do poetry. So after that, she went and sang a song. She did a little karaoke, and I did a poem. I read off my phone. I think I got the video somewhere. Like, my posture was terrible. I wasn't nervous. I was just inexperienced. That's what I'm gonna call it. You feel me? I wasn't really nervous. It was just like, I don't know. It was like I was unearthing myself, if that makes sense. By the end of that night, I ended up doing like 7 poems. Like, it would be one person to go up, they asked me to come back up. It'd be another person to go up, they asked me to come back up. I did like 7, 8 poems.
That's
that
fire.
night. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy.
That's how you break the ice right there.
Man. Now, actually, it's crazy. Going back a little further at Langston University, they had like a little mixed-shaped tiny desk there. And I think it was only me and one other dude that went there. And it was a girl I was talking to back there. She came out and supported me. And it was only like 3 people in there. So I did a little poetry in Oklahoma too, but I still wasn't taking it serious. I was still playing ball. That was just what I like to do. You feel me? But that first time in Nashville, after that, one of my friends that I met there, she's a singer. One of my friends that I met there, you know what I'm saying, we crossed some pathways in the hallway. She say, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? I think I ran up the steps, and I guess she was talking to me to her friend, and somebody ran up the steps after me and overheard her talking about my spoken word. And that was my first higher spoken word event right there. And I got to perform for a centennial anniversary event at the top floor of a hotel. And after that, I was all like, okay, this is dope. I got to dress fly, you know what I'm saying? A centennial event, 100th anniversary event is a kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
So I'm all like, all right, let me play around with this concept, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, you know, I'm born and raised here in St. Louis, but I started my poetry journey in Nashville because they gave me my first legs.
That's fire, bro.
It was crazy, man. It was crazy. It was like, I think it was a month later. It was a month later. And honestly, like I said, somebody ran up after me and said, hey, I heard you do poetry. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you do this? I said, I do it. Let's run it. You feel me? So I feel like that's how God worked, though. You feel me? Because it came from somebody I wasn't around. Like, the residual from what I already did spoke for my future. You feel me? It was cool.
Yeah, bro. And the faith that you had, especially going up there cold turkey like that,
man, facts.
is crazy. But that's what God be doing. God literally just, like, you sit down with yourself, you're like, okay, I'm interested in this, and God's just like, all right, bet.
Yeah, facts.
Literally just throws it in your face, or just puts you in that situation and just see, all right, if you are interested in this, let's see if you like it right now. Let's not wait a month or wait a year. Like, let's get this out of the way. And you gotta be prepared for that. Sometimes people get a little too unconfident and they kind of run away from it. But the fact that you didn't run away from it, especially coming from football and just like not having any type of background on that, or any type of teaching at all.
Facts.
That's fire.
Man, dog, it was crazy. I kind of wanted to back out. I think it was like a day before the event, bro, because I was still studying and I did not want to go up there with no paper or nothing. I didn't want to go up there with my phone. Yeah. I don't know. Because I did light poetry like in high school and stuff. So I knew it's better to just have memorized. You feel me? So I knew the basics. It's just about actually performing my own work for the sole purpose of performing, not any other purpose like I used to. You know what I'm saying? It was different. But
yeah, reading from a paper and reading from the phone, especially the phone, I feel like you can never get a good cadence because you're just trying to read it to the crowd rather than perform it to the crowd. Right. So
can't practice your spacing.
For sure.
Yeah, on God. You can find emotion in it, but it's just better. Take the shit off.
For me, it's just so choppy too as well.
Right.
Because I wouldn't say that I'm the greatest reader. So I just have to keep going back and forth, and I'm just like, okay, I'm not getting really the crowd's attention right now.
What I be comparing it to, if I'm gonna do it or not, the people I'm looking up to and where I'm trying to be, what are they doing? That's how I be. That's how I be summing it up, man. I hope a lot of people do that too. Like, if you seeing somebody that you are aspiring to be like, how are they going about this? Like, you can do it. Nobody's saying you can't. It's just there are other means that look better. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't go to no professional taping and say, it's on my phone. But you know what I'm saying? You can't, nah, bro. Come on.
And also,
Let me know when you got it memorized, dog.
And you gotta find your cadence too. You gotta find your content.
You gotta find out what type of artist you are and how you like to spit. You feel me? You can't do that line for line like that.
I wanted to ask you earlier, is there a certain sound that you look for when it comes to having a live band and reciting over that?
Crazy enough, Volume, she just told me what my key was, like my performance key, like my sound. I like melodic sounds. I like, real, maybe kind of darker toned emotional sounds over real cheery ones, because my work, it's just kind of what I fuck with. You feel me? The vibes hit hard. My messages are impactful. That's just all it is. You feel me? They're not dark or sad. It's just sinking. You feel me? So I'm better at explaining the emotion of what I like rather than the musical term, because I'm still learning that. You feel me? But
that makes sense.
Yeah, on God, like, yeah, if I wanted a vibe where you like kind of walking in the rain or something like that.
So a little ambient in a way?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
On me. Yeah, like maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like longer notes, not so much choppy notes, you know what I'm saying? Vibes that volumes and octaves that sync, you feel me? Or raise up and sync, stuff like that.
Yeah, the fact that you have a message to say as well, and that's what spoken word is about. I feel like if you have too much stuff going on with the music and instrumentation, it takes away from the words that you're saying.
Yeah, facts.
Because,
you lose yourself in it.
Yeah, because like you said, people can't expect you to recite and speak on beat.
Yeah.
Because that's not what spoken word is about. So automatically that's kind of a turnoff to some people.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a huge challenge now that I think about it too.
Man,
when to get into that space. And I'm somebody that loves to get on beat. Like I grew up around rap. My dad just played nothing.
And really,
music.
being on beat still ain't bad. It's still spoken word, you feel me? Or you could be on beat and cut that off like mid-track, you feel me? Like there's multiple ways to go about it, but that's the versatility of being a spoken word artist, you feel me?
For sure.
A lot of rappers, some rappers, they can't. Some of them really can't. They can't manage without a beat. They be like, all right, spit something right quick. Here you go. All right, y'all ready? You know what I'm saying? Just, he trying to play an instrumental on the phone. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
hey, everybody's different though.
Yeah, literally, you know what I'm saying? So that's what they want to do.
I want to circle back to College Dropout.
Yeah.
I want to know the story as to why you picked that.
I just found another entendre. That's why I laughed, because as of right now, I didn't finish college. So
I didn't either.
That is crazy. Yeah. I plan on going back though. I definitely plan on going back. However, I just made that connection. That's crazy. But why I picked this album
in the same room.
Yeah, man. It's all good though, because we making headway. You feel me? Why I picked this album was the track "Never Let Me Down" featuring J. Ivy. J. Ivy is on his album.
That's J. Wow.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah.
Wow. I was listening to that earlier today too.
Yeah, so that's one of my biggest reasons, because he met Kanye West and he took off with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially Kanye West gave him that opportunity to actually be on a track, and it was a hip hop sound. So that's one of the first times that people got to hear spoken word poetry over a vibe that was so fire and it actually fit. You feel me? So yeah, that's why I picked that track.
A great inclusion.
Jay been doing it for years, bro. He's been
great
at it for
inclusion,
years.
bro.
Man.
Oh my God.
Facts.
That song is amazing.
And Jay got a lot of roots in Nashville too. So that was really cool that, you know what I'm saying, it found me, if that makes sense. You feel me? I ain't trying to like compare like that. But it's like, there's things that sums up what you do with who you look up to in terms of an artistry. You feel me? Indeed. Somebody you can, you know what I'm saying, kind of relate to in that way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, so it's cool. It's hard.
Is that your favorite song off the album?
Yeah. That's my absolute, on me. Crazy enough though, but yeah, on me.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Ever since I knew that, you feel me? Ever since I knew that, was one of my favorite.
So are you a big Ye fan, or are you just
kind of, sort of?
Okay.
Yeah, on me earlier years, yeah, though.
Yeah, I know you were looking at looking through Kendrick as well.
Yeah, on me,
and
he
really encapsulates that vibe, especially To Pimp a Butterfly too.
Yeah, I was gonna say To Pimp a Butterfly is poetry, dog.
Yes,
that's spoken word, like seriously.
Yeah,
and it is crazy. That is a wild album. When you actually sit down and listen to it, that's a wild album.
I feel like you're a big fan of the album version of I. Because he has that whole fight in the crowd, and then he kind of reels him back with his own spoken word as well.
Yeah, definitely
giving him new energy behind the word nigga as well.
Right.
So niggas,
man, I can't remember. Man, it's what is it? Something Theory.
Wesley's Theory.
Wesley's Theory. Yeah. I know that's the first. I think that's the first track, but that is so crazy. That track is crazy to me.
You have George Clinton on there and Thundercat. That's such a beautiful sound.
People will really miss that message if you ain't listening with the right ears. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Because it sounds great, and they like this is a bump, but he talking about some pain, bro.
For sure.
Me?
Generational trauma, bro, and just being trapped in a certain lifestyle and a certain way of life that is made for you to lose.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's so dope how he showed that message and how those tendencies still carry on when he's still famous as well.
Oh God.
And it just makes you think, like, it's all about perspective at the end of the day.
Facts.
And what you're willing to grow out of and what you're willing to keep as well.
Oh God.
So speaking of perspective, what is your favorite thing to write about?
So sometimes when I'm asked about a favorite, I think about what I do most often rather than a pinpoint. So I know what I do most often is I speak on a lot of terms of chain breaking, for real. Breaking bounds of the mind, breaking bounds of the flesh, breaking bounds of really the spirit too, you feel me? Which is, kind of it's all encompassed around the same thing.
Yeah.
But overcoming. I
like that.
Yeah, for real. So 001 is a story about overcoming. You feel me?
Stream it.
Yeah, facts. Stream 001. My next drop, A-Ball, it's about overcoming as well. You feel me? But I always introduce the trials that we go through, make sure they are extremely relatable. And a lot of my work is shit that I've actually been through. You feel me? So as you are listening, you listening to a piece of the things that I had to personally overcome. You feel me? It's not satire, but it's like making sure that I can open up myself to being understood. That's, I think, one of my favorite things to write about. Is like, all right, I'm gonna put this in a way where somebody else is gonna feel this and it can help them like they helped me, like it helped me. So I know that's kind of like a roundabout answer, but it's not like one particular topic I like to write about. I like to write about anything. I ain't gonna lie. Like there's depth in the cup that's sitting here. You feel me? There's depth in the room, and that's just how I think. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anything, and any assortion of certain things can have a depth aspect to it. So that's kind of what I go off of.
Yeah, you can speak about the glass half full rather than the half empty. Yeah,
literally. On me, you know what I'm saying? The pace that we drinking at is different. You feel me? There's more to be included to anything that you write about. So when people ask me, oh, what inspires you to write? Anything. Anything. You feel me? I could see an ant carrying a piece of cracker. and he fall off the cliff, and I'm like, damn, that was deep. You know how hard he fought for that.
But that's a dope skill to have.
It's like, bro, that's 10 days worth of food that he just, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's how I think about life. Like I spent a lot of time getting myself out of my depth mindset that I just live in it now. You feel me?
Man, it's so rough for people to have to be able to pull for inspiration just out of nothing, just randomness as well. It's like people just need to always go to a certain person or a motivational speaker or something on YouTube to fire that, to give them some fire. And it's so dope that you can just look at nature and just look at nature taking this course and you'll be inspired by that.
Facts.
And honestly, that's where most of the inspiration lies, is just
Oh God.
In nature for me is in silence, is the moving and the sound of water, the moving and of birds and the sounds of birds, and just the wind going through the leaves of the trees as well. It's like that's poetry itself.
It is. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, that's the language of the spirit.
Yeah, that shit hard. That was hard. Oh God. Yeah,
that's the language of the spirit right there.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure that
because nature in itself is, you know what I'm saying, it is our normal, but it's like it's really actually it's crazy, dog. Like, nature is crazy. Even somebody's trials and tribulations, college dropout. You know what I'm saying? That's the nature of what somebody has to go through to lose, to win, to, you know what I'm saying, to change, to evolve.
Indeed.
It's not as like, it's spiritual, dog. It's not as natural as we try to make it seem. Like just because we got work the next day. You feel me? A lot of people forget to take appreciation in the things that you actually went through. You feel me?
Indeed. So it's obvious that you're big on faith. How do you keep your faith along with spoken word close together? That's
real. I grew up in church for real. You know what I'm saying? Grew up close to the pew. A lot of things I knew to relate back to spoken word. I always try to encompass God in some aspect of my spoken word because he's always been around my journey. God is something I'll never deny. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
He gave you this journey.
Like what, bro? You feel me? Just same as my gift of playing ball. Like he gave me this gift of gab before the vitality and strength that I had on the field. Like I've always had this. When I couldn't go to practice, I had this. You feel me? When I couldn't make it to the game, I had this. So it's like I try to make sure God is included in some type of way because I really wouldn't be nothing without him. You feel me?
Indeed.
How do I do that? If some of my pieces have a deep center on your natural cause and effect, I'll still consider ways of thinking about God that maybe you might have been ignoring God. You feel me? So if I was to create a piece, I have a few pieces like that where it's like, you know, you've been following God for a while and it seemed like he's not answering. How would that person talk? That's how I talk. So it is still encompassing God, but it's also the humanity in God. You feel me? Like, like if somebody feels ignored, somebody might feel abandoned, and how that translates to their natural life of dealing with lust of the flesh. You feel me? Like falling into dark temptations or drinking, sex, drugs, like, you know what I'm saying? Ways on how you really lost yourself.
That silence can be loud too.
Exactly.
It can be loud.
Exactly. That's what I thought of when you said it too. Like for real, it's a lot of emotions in silence, and it's a lot of people who can't sit in it. Like
for sure.
A lot of people cannot sit in silence or sit with themselves. You feel me? Yeah, they can't listen.
Yeah, we're a very action-oriented society too.
Facts.
And the fact of standing still or sitting still is like a burden to a lot of people.
Man, right.
I'm huge on meditation. I'm huge on just leaning on to my spiritual gifts and my spiritual journey. And I can't do that if I'm not willing to be silent.
Right.
And even if it's through your own breath, or it's even, like I said, through the sounds of nature, like that's God talking to you.
Facts.
And God speaks loudest in that silence, but also
literally.
trauma speaks the loudest in your silence as well, if you're not willing to face it. Right. And that's where the toughness comes.
Facts.
So, and I'm sure that
is deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real.
For sure. And that made me think, is there one piece of work that you had that really cuts deep into those hard times or trauma or any difficulties that you faced in your life?
So yeah, for sure that my next piece that I'm dropping, I hope to drop it the day of my show on July 25th.
Be there.
It's called 8 Ball. Man, I'll be there at the Dark Room, July 25th. You will hear 8 Ball, and it will be out on all streaming platforms. Shout out Blue Beats for producing it for me. You feel me?
Blue produced that?
Blue produced it.
Man, big shout out to Blue, man. That's my dog.
And we're crazy on that track. I ain't gonna lie to you. And it got some real depth to it. You feel me?
I'm glad that you're giving him the opportunity to expand outside of just hip hop.
Absolutely,
too,
bro. You feel me?
Because he's got nothing but the skill to do so.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I could work with any producer. Like, we can make something fire. I don't care what you think your producer skills is. We can actually engineer something fire. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, he's fire at producing.
Smoove at anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? KZ.Smoove is global. Like, it's residual.
Yes, sir.
Man, but nah, yeah, the track has a lot of aspects of understanding the contrast and duality between winning and losing to win. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Losing to win is kind of like you really wouldn't be able to see the power of your journey if you ain't lost. You feel me? You won't be able to. You feel me? They encompass each other. So 8-Ball is exactly that. You feel me? So I ain't want to give away too much, but it's kind of like I'm comparing it to 8-Ball Pool. Because if you were to take the journey of 8-Ball Pool, it has a lot of trials and tribulations within the game.
And it's crazy that you bring it up because the 8-Ball is what guides the whole game.
Yeah.
If you hit it too early into the hole, you lose.
You do lose, right?
So you have
if you greedy, you lose. Yeah, that's greed. Yeah, definitely.
And you have to be patient with that game. You have to get everything
analytical.
Yes,
facts.
Yes.
Facts. And also, this actually, man, that's crazy. The only way people are gonna hear this, you should clip this, by the way. The only way people are gonna know what I'm about to say.
46 minutes, perfect.
Yeah. Oh God. The only way y'all are gonna be able to hear what I'm finna say is if you watch the Mind is Mine podcast. So concerning 8-Ball, I want you to cut it right there. Yeah, that's gonna be hard.
I got you.
Yeah. We gotta make sure we get the clips, dog. You hear me? Yeah. You gotta know what we doing.
45 and a half seconds and 45 minutes.
If you're not here, where you at,
you
dog? Come on, man. The mind is mine. Mine is yours. Use it.
Indeed. Don't let anybody take control of your mind because that's how you get into mental slavery.
Facts. Oh God. Okay, so the concept of 8-Ball is I'm really only gonna speak on this platform. So on God, but
I appreciate that.
Back in the day on the Toy Story movie, when he was trying to tell his fortune, he shook an 8-Ball.
Which one was that? Was that one?
I think so.
Okay.
It might have been. You feel me?
I know exactly
but
what
you know, like kind of like the magic conch with SpongeBob. So like when he shook the 8-Ball, he was trying to tell his fortune. So the concept of 8-Ball too, what you mentioned, it's encompassed in greed. If you really try to chase your fate, you'll fall. You feel me? The goal is to play the game because you can't win no other way. You see what I'm saying? The journey is the line between that white ball and that black ball, which is night and day. You feel me? Past and present. So it's a lot of like little stuff I'm throwing in there for my folks. You know what I'm saying? I might write about it somewhere, but as far as I know, this is the only place I'm speaking on that. Somebody else asked me, I ain't saying the same thing. I ain't gonna lie.
For sure.
Yeah,
I appreciate you sharing that exclusive
man,
with
you know
us.
how we get down,
of
dog.
Course, bro.
Yeah, on me. You know how we get down. Oh, here we got. Yeah, run that back. Yeah, dog, for sure.
Nah, bro, and it's so dope because it plays on duality. And one thing I've learned is that duality plays off itself. Opposites in a way are the same. You can't have failure without success and vice versa.
Right.
You can't have cold without hot. You can't have high without low.
Facts.
So you have to understand, you have to play the game like you said. There's going to be wins, there's going to be losses. But a loss can only hurt if you hang on to it.
Right.
You'll never be able to win again if you hang on to a loss.
Yeah, facts.
So
you stay stuck on that loss, the game gonna take over you.
For sure.
Oh God.
For sure.
You're
the one playing the game. The game's not playing you.
Stay stuck on a loss, you will always lose.
Yes.
Facts.
Yes.
That's real.
I feel like we just had a moment there.
Another clip. You hear me? That's another clip. You hear me? Stop playing.
Another one. But man, that was powerful. That was powerful.
Thank you, dog.
I'm excited to hear this release. I'm excited to hear this live as well.
Yeah. Facts.
Is there any spoilers at all? Like a little tiny bit spoiler? Or
yeah.
like
So I might have a few. Oh, what'd you say? What was the last thing?
Like the instrumental that you have playing behind this?
Oh, so there is no background tracks at all. Ooh. So only live music.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Okay.
So like
yeah.
Saxophone, we got drums.
So yeah. They know exactly what to play for 8-Ball. But I'm also doing another piece. It's two pieces that I'm working on. Pretty Brown Fairies, which is really gonna be nice. You feel me? And then Midas and Delilah.
Pretty Brown Fairies.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's one of my favorite tracks. I'm still working on it in the stew. Shout out my dog DJ Ferg at Create Place. We still working on that
Shout
track.
out Ferg, man.
Man, Ferg go crazy.
Holding it down. He's been wanting to get on here, but he's a busy man. I'm a busy man.
Okay,
so
he out kicking his
soon.
feet up right now.
Oh, he's in the Bahamas. ain't he?
Yeah, on me, yeah.
Bro, enjoy
Yeah,
your
facts.
time down there.
Yeah,
enjoy
for real.
your
But
time.
he's a dope producer. You feel me? I'm actually creating my spoken word and turning it into tracks the way we doing it. You know, it's the next best thing. So Ferg already produced a track with for me. Actually for Lil Durk, and I was featured on it. It's a track called "Keep Trying."
Keep
so
Trying
go
is
stream,
fire.
"Keep Trying." That was my first spoken word feature. Just like, you know what I'm saying? That's my first spoken word feature, and I actually love that track. And it was produced by DJ Ferg. So
Yeah, I know people hate this. I know people hate this sometimes, but I wanted to see if you can give us like a little snippet of "Keep Trying" right here live at the table.
I bet.
I know some people hate that. They hate being put on the spot. but
Nah, I'm smooth with it. I ain't gonna
All right,
lie.
bet.
Let's do it. So I'm gonna do the ending chorus, and then I'm gonna do the outro. So I did the intro and outro to the song.
Oh,
Look, gave you everything I had, and it wasn't enough. I said it wasn't enough. Tape wrap up the mummy, give respect to the dead. Wish I ain't give my last to that monster I fed, but I kept trying. Heartbreak songs make the best lines. Hope that overdose don't take time. Love addicted and I'm drowning in it. Get that nigga Cupid a life sentence. Pull me. Voice of an angel, I'll be damned. Like 3/4 of your chords didn't come from underground. She a demon with it. Seeing your true intentions, that's flatline. Smooth.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I want you
Yeah,
to,
dog.
I want you to take it back. Also won the album of the year, by the way. Enter the Dragon album of the year.
Into the drag, you know what it is.
Yes,
Shout
sir.
out MTL Lil Durk.
For sure. Had him twice on here, so that's a regular.
Oh God.
I want you to take it back when y'all were making that track. What was that like working with a rapper and infusing that with spoken word? Because I know y'all got to meet eye to eye on
facts. Facts. I ain't gonna lie. When we first met up, bro, we met at Create Place. So at Create Place has contributed a lot to my artist journey.
Shout out to Create
You know what I'm
Place,
saying?
man.
Create Place has been that deal in terms of my artist journey. If you're not in with Create Place in St. Louis right now, you can.
Get your ass over there.
Get over there ASAP. You
Get your
feel
ass
me?
over there.
You're a little late, but you can come out anyway. You feel me? But they've done so much, bro. You feel me? But we had an event at the old Create Place off South Grand, and I popped
Literally
out there.
right there.
Yeah, facts up the street. So after that we linked up. And he told me he had a vision, you feel me, for a track, but I was still figuring out who he was as a person in terms of the artist. Like, that's kind of just how St. Louis is. Like, you know, you start making acquaintances and connections. You want to know who these people are you working with.
For
so I
sure.
started listening to his discography. We agreed on a whole bunch of shit. You feel me? So I'm like, I bet I see bro mentality when he get in the booth. You feel me? And plus, I had a couple more instances of seeing him. You know what I'm saying? Out and about in the city at Create Place. So while we was chopping it up like that, I'm like, I bet let's run the track. Let's actually work on it. And it was up from there.
That's
It was
tough.
up from there. Actually working on the track and doing it. I feel like they left a whole bunch of room for me to do my thing. You feel me? They kept the vibe simple. You know what I'm saying? For my first spoken word feature. Excuse me. They kept the vibe simple. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, yeah, he let me do my thing on the track. And it's been up from there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we performed that. Like, it's like 4 venues now, 4 or 5 venues. Like, we just keep popping out with that song. That song is a classic. I ain't gonna lie.
Last time I saw you guys perform that was at Create Place.
Yeah, it was
for
actually
Brandon.
at Create Place.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts. We was there for Trail's birthday. Shout out Trail at the Create Place. That's the other co-owner of the Create Place with DJ Ferg.
Yeah.
So they both, you know what I'm saying? And it's another member of their team, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, we was there. We performed it for Trail's birthday, and it's a household record. You feel me?
One of
That's
the best
a Create
records
Place
off there.
record. Yeah, on God,
Indeed, one of the best records off there.
man.
When you guys were making this song and trying to figure out the message, because for spoken word, it's heavy on the message.
Yeah.
And Lil Derek stuff, he is focusing on the message as well. He's not somebody that just gets on the mic and spits out any type of BS at all. Like, he's very intentional,
right,
as well. What was that process like of selecting the message and trying to have a positive influence to the listener? Because keep trying itself is, like you said, like what you're connected to is about giving people inspiration to keep going and fight through what they're going through and succeed and triumph.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think I was beefing with a shorty at the time I made it. I ain't gonna lie. I was sick of them games, dog. But you could say that. We say that, but the concept of the piece is that you keep trying. I kept trying in the wrong way. So I just want to do a little plug here. Even if you have all the right intentions of love, trying to get somebody to understand your intentions of love is absolutely wrong. Go and sit down somewhere. You feel me? I just want to say that because it's like, you know, you keep trying, but the fact that you keep trying is actually breaking the connection. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So at the start of the song, I'm actually gonna say this here too. At the start of the song, I had a parallel from the start and the end. And the start of the song, I said, I think love songs make the best lines. And then by the end of the song, I said, heartbreak songs make the best lines. So I changed, you feel me, from between the start and the end. So that was kind of the process that I was going through. So that I just took that. And it took me like 10 minutes to write, 10, 15 minutes.
Fire.
Yeah, dog. And I just went with it. And we met up, we heard it. It was like, yeah, that's it. Let's get it recorded. Recording it was crazy though. I'm a hard judge on myself. So recording it was crazy because it was him, Ferg. I think it was another homie. He was in there. He was all like, we mess with it, bro. Like, leave it alone. And I'm all like, I hear something. Y'all hear that? You know, I sound, he like, I like it, but if you want to, by the time he said, I'm like, all right, I'll leave it alone.
Yeah, bro.
I like doing letters. I like doing letter grades. You feel me? So if I was to, just like what I did, if I was to ask, it would be a letter grade. You know what I'm saying? A, B, being a B minus, B plus. It's just easy, bro. And I'm like, anything under a C minus, scratch it. Sometimes a B plus, scratch it.
Yeah, depending on like
facts,
depending on the instance. Of course.
literally.
So, and like you featured on a prominent STL artist.
Facts.
So it's like you need that
A grade,
A minus,
A grade. Yeah, A grade, A plus, A minus for real. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, and shorty, I was talking to, she was on the phone. I'm asking her, hey, how this sound? Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta tell me. You feel me? You gotta let me know how this sound, because once it's out, I don't plan on going back. So.
What's that process of recording too in spoken word? Like, is there certain things that you look for in your voice and your cadence when you get behind that mic in the studio?
Majority of the thing I look for is like plosive. Like, you know, them hard syllables or you know what I'm saying? Those I kind of look for those a lot, so to make sure you can actually hear how crisp my sound is. So sometimes I like to emphasize them. Playing with the EQ, you know what I'm saying? That'll help too. That's kind of what I look for, unless I'm going for more ambient feel, which I am working on in the EP, but that's later down the line. But
coming soon.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, that's kind of what I look for. You know what I'm saying? I can kind of combine with any engineer depending on how we communicate with each other. You feel me? We gotta make sure we communicate smooth for us to actually produce well.
Indeed.
But yeah, I mean,
fire. So I want to take a step back from spoken word because you mentioned that you played football. I'm an athlete myself.
Okay.
So I definitely want to get into the athlete talk. You got a favorite team? You got a favorite player right now?
Actually, nah, I don't.
I got you.
Sadly, yeah. Back in the day, I had a couple favorite players. It was Marshawn Lynch.
You were running back, correct?
Yeah.
Got you.
I played linebacker too in high school, but running back was what I love. Running back, Marshawn Lynch, Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, Eddie George, which he actually became the head coach at TSU too. So that was crazy.
That's fire.
Yeah, on God. Yeah, but I still hold the record at my high school. I ain't gonna say my high school. Y'all gonna just find out. But I still hold a record at my high school.
Damn, bro, I was gonna ask
man,
you.
Man, oh God, I know.
Question.
It's the prominent St. Louis question. What high school you go to? Walk up and ask somebody else.
Like I'm twitching wanting to ask that question. Like I'm
I knew it was coming, but I wanted to shout myself out though, because I got the longest interception return for a touchdown. It's 98 yards. At my high school. I hope it's still there.
Damn.
Yeah, 99 yards is crazy.
Yeah, once you get to 97 yards, just stop.
Yeah, facts.
Just kneel.
Drop the ball.
Just kneel.
Man, I'm hoping to tell my kids about that record. Shoot.
But that's dope, bro.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Man. Oh, God.
Like, what did you, like for me, because I was growing up in baseball and honestly, like I was a very artistic type of kid.
Yeah.
Very smart. Didn't really care about baseball at all, but you know, I was looking up to my dad. He played baseball.
Word.
He played competitive softball as well. Always go to his games.
Yeah.
So I was like, I definitely want to get into the family business. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I fell in love with the game pretty quickly. Got into basketball too. I love basketball as well.
Yeah.
But to me, it doesn't compare to baseball. And a lot of people think I'm crazy, but baseball is just like.
Baseball is lit though. I ain't gonna lie. Baseball lit. I played baseball as a youngin. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, seventh to 8th grade. Yeah, I played baseball.
Yeah, bro. It's just patience because that's a long game for sure.
No cap. Yeah.
So you just waiting on the pitcher, and then you're waiting for who's at the plate just to put it in play, and then you just gotta be on your toes, man.
Yeah,
and
for real.
Nowhere near as quick as football. But football still takes a lot of patience, I'm sure.
Facts.
I don't know anything about football, to be honest with you.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, the transition from my high school team was pretty good. So we learned a lot through high school that I was able to take through college. But the difference between college ball, high school ball, and even I wasn't even playing at the D1 level in college. So but just the difference in pace, the difference in understanding, the difference in practice and studying is enormous, bro.
Heavy on practice.
Man, dog, like
heavy on practice.
4:30 a.m., you know what I'm saying? Yeah, 4:30 a.m., 2 a days, sometimes 3 a days, I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah.
I've had
very unsupervised sport.
I remember I had an 8-hour day practice. We inter squad twice. We had regular practice as well.
Man.
And then
and you still gotta eat. You gotta get your work done.
Eating for football is crazy.
Yeah.
Like y'all have to just continue to eat all
facts. Day. No cap.
I don't know how y'all do that.
Man, some people did.
Man, my god brother, he
didn't.
My god brother
go to practice malnourished.
I could never do, especially for football, bro.
Yeah, dog.
Like
they was supposed to though, but
baseball depends on the day. Like
tell you just niggas was unsupervised.
Yeah, bro. If you could only do
just be at practice, that's all they knew, bro. Just be at practice. I don't care if you just broke your leg. Why didn't you come to the field and tell us?
That's how baseball was too, bro.
Your car broke down. Why ain't you run here?
We got Uber, we got Lyft. You a coach? You
got held up in class. Student? Your teacher should have came out on the field and brought you your work.
Oh man,
dog.
That's traumatizing. College sports is traumatizing
man,
sometimes, bro. Man,
most fun. I ain't gonna lie to you. Most fun I've had. Yeah, bro. I was turning up, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, bro.
Some of them dogs, they still playing. Some of them saying semi-pro. You feel me?
That's fire.
Yeah, we don't keep in touch. Is that well? You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I know where they at, so that's cool.
You ever had the urge to just like play again or no?
Nah.
Yeah.
This my game now. You feel me?
Fire.
Yeah. Oh God.
Fire.
This my field.
Yes, sir.
And I ain't gonna lie. I was always kind of a little selfish with the rock anyway. So being an artist just kind of fit.
Hey, you never know. You might do a halftime show.
Or something, you feel me? I'm still athletic, you feel me? So yeah, on me, it's not something you just lose, you feel me? Oh God, it's still.
But like do a spoken word
celebrity basketball game. We gonna speak that in existence right now.
Yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be one of the interviews you find when you do deep search on KZ.Smoove. Oh, yeah, he's spoken in existence.
Nah, they're gonna know the Minus Mind podcast.
I can't dunk though. But you know, I'm gonna get that rebound. Yeah. You know, football niggas play basketball, don't know how to act.
I'm gonna be honest,
Worst
bro.
niggas to play basketball with.
Bro, I was gonna say I hate playing basketball against football players, bro.
Foul City.
Yeah, and they're like, "Where's the foul?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm bleeding on the ground."
Oh snap! Nah, for real though.
Straight clothesline me.
My shoulder dislocated. I barely touched him. It was all ball. You got.
Oh man, I hate y'all,
Nah.
bro. I can't stand it.
Man,
But y'all, if you're on my team, I don't care.
yeah,
I don't care. That's lockdown defense.
foul him. He got 25 points.
You giving me nothing but rebounds too. The dribbling is atrocious, though. I will say that.
Ain't no dribbling. All carries.
Man, some of y'all are atrocious in terms of dribbling.
Man,
the
bro.
defense, I can deal with it.
Yeah,
But
facts.
dribbling is just like when I pass to some of y'all. I know some good football players.
Yeah.
But some of y'all, when I pass it to y'all and y'all just like all the way.
It ended up over here. Trying to get some legs, bro. Nah, dog.
Oh man, good times, bro. Good
Man,
times.
oh God, that's crazy.
But it's good that you don't miss the game. That means you moved on. Like
Yo,
that's the same type of energy that Kobe was on. It's like so many people were asking him, like, do you miss the game? Like, you got to go through this, do that. And like, he just jumped straight into that new lifestyle of just making movies and being an Oscar winner too. It's crazy.
Facts.
So
Facts.
it's dope for you to be able to switch directions.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Some days I think of where it would have looked like if I went further, but I can't when I win so much where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is not easy. This is not something that somebody can just hop up and say, I want to do that. I'm gonna just start going to shows and get people to know me, and then I'll start getting booked. And it don't really work like that. You feel me?
you can
It's
have
a
that delusion
calling.
at first.
Man, right. It's a calling to this, bro. It's a calling to everything that people are doing. Like, especially even like as far as talent. Like, I'm where I'm at because of work ethic. Even when I was playing ball, I was really good, but I wouldn't say I was most talented. I was hard working. You feel me? So it got me where I wanted. You know what I'm saying? But you know, my son or something, he might go further than me, something like that.
Yeah,
God.
there was a quote I heard: "Talent beats hard work hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard." And it really be
Facts.
like that, bro.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
really
God.
be like that. There's so many talented people in so many different industries, but they're not willing to that practice.
Yeah.
Like I said with
God.
poetry.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to practice poetry, then you're gonna be reading from that phone
Literally.
all your life.
Literally, facts,
So.
facts, and you have to continue to hone in on your skills as a businessman, a marketer. So that's one thing that I've been focusing on more is understanding the market for having people to explore you. I was finna say being seen, but it's more than being seen. I would like to be heard.
Hold up.
Yeah.
This man literally is carrying flyers everywhere he goes.
Facts.
And he will tape that everywhere he goes.
No cap.
Nearby 7-Eleven.
It'll be on your car.
Yes.
It'll be in the elevator. It's a pin code to get in your apartment complex, but it's a KZ.Smoove flyer in there. Real
Indeed.
talk.
But
Real
that's
talk.
the grind, though.
I got a
And
whole folder in my phone of people sending me screenshots of where my stickers at in the city.
That's fire.
I got stickers all over the city, like every gas station, a whole bunch of businesses, stores. I have little small KZ.Smoove stickers with a QR code on them.
Indeed, bro. And that's the
Man,
grind, though.
Same hustle on the field. You feel me? Just,
Bro, you got to fall in love with it.
yeah, facts.
So, and I
And
feel
it's like, why not? You feel me? Like, I mean, this is something I said I wanted to do. Why not see how far I can go? Shoot.
and that's the difference between people that want to get into this and people that are about this.
Right.
Like if you're about this, then you're willing to go through any trials and tribulations just to be a better artist or be
Yeah.
a better person or
Okay.
so on and so forth. So I'm happy to see that you doing your due diligence.
Thank you, dog. For real. Real
for
talk.
sure.
You next up, man.
I appreciate
Oh,
that.
God, the mind is mine.
Yes, sir. We working, and this is I don't want this to be a podcast. The end goal that I see is an education system.
Oh, word.
Yeah,
Hard.
yeah, and I want the focus to be about consciousness.
Yeah. Smooth.
Yeah, I don't want it to be because consciousness is the source.
Yeah.
That's what connects you to your faith. That's what connects you to your dreams,
Right.
and everything. That's life right there. So I feel like that's one thing that we do wrong in schools, amongst many different things, of course. But it's like we don't focus on the center. We don't focus on the core, and we don't even take the time to ask our children, what is the core of what you want to do? Like, what do you want to do with your life? And then we built around that rather than just throwing you into a system, making you and just putting a number on you. Like you're number 2, you're number 3. Like,
school to prison pipeline type
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, I speak that into your life, dog. You will have and receive that. Not gonna lie.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
brother.
for sure. You putting in the work ethic. You know what I'm saying? We out here shouting out the platform right now. You feel me? I don't even talk this long. I ain't gonna cap to you. Yeah, for real. It's gonna be a lot of times where I tell others no, I'm not gonna cap. You feel me? But this is something I honestly wanted to do, especially because the type of person you are, bro. This is it. You can be legit up here. You feel me?
Praise God. I appreciate
dog.
it, brother.
And I appreciate you, dog.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You know what I'm saying?
It's all about having a genuine conversation at the end of the day.
Facts.
So, and I know you got something to prove. I know you got something to show people, and you're a very talented person.
Yeah, man, you've been real since day one, dog. So I'm like, yeah, bro. If it was any platform, I'm finna come. You know what I'm saying? Tell more about myself. It'll be here.
That's love.
We
bro.
in here. You know what it is.
I appreciate that, man.
Shout out Mine is Mine podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll toast to that. I'll drink to that.
Yeah. Oh God.
It's water, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Yeah, facts.
It's water on the rocks, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, water on the rocks.
But what is the most exciting thing about getting on that stage? Is it the people?
Man.
Is it the words that you're displaying? Is it the music, or is it just being in awe that I'm here? I'm loving what I'm doing. Like I'm doing what I love.
A little bit of that last one, but one of my biggest that I've always said, I'm real consistent as well. You know what I'm saying? That's just something about me. Things that I've said years ago, I might tweak, but I still say the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I grew up kind of talking a lot. Actually being on a platform to actually be heard is different than just talking.
Yeah.
So that's one of the best things I appreciate being able to encase as an artist is that I have a platform to be heard, and there are people who appreciate what I gotta say. You feel me? That's one of the best things. That's one of the best things. I have a message to give. I have a piece of myself to share with y'all that has been affirmed over many, many, many stages that I can do here. You feel me? I just want to do it again. You feel me? I just want to keep that stone rolling.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, bro.
People are paying to see you too. That's gotta feel
dog, that's
amazing.
crazy, bro. That's crazy. If you were to tell me this is what I'd be doing, you know, I don't know. I don't know if I would have seen it. You know what I'm saying? As early as high school, you know, I did say I wanted to be known for something, and I'm glad this is one of them things. You feel me?
It's a beauty to see that your voice and your message is in demand.
Facts.
That's one of the greatest feelings.
Yeah.
Like if you're in demand for being the genuine person and artist that you are, then I mean you can't lose. At that point. You're winning.
You gotta run it up, bro.
Yeah,
you gotta run it up, man.
Indeed.
Oh God, yeah.
That's so dope to see, man. I'm happy for you, bro.
Thank you, dog.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. I'm happy to on your journey as well, bro.
Of course,
we
man.
got work we gonna put in. You feel me? Spoken word artist. It's possible, and I want you to know that too.
Yes, sir.
So that's also one of the things I wanted to come over here and make sure that you know. You feel me? How possible it is to achieve your dreams as an artist, as a platform owner, as a an educator. Yeah, it's like that, bro. The sky is literally there is no limit. You feel me?
That's love, bro.
Yeah, dog.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you. I want to. This is probably the most serious question I'll ask. When it comes to spoken word,
brace for it, y'all.
And knowing that we live in a city that, quite frankly, needs a huge positive impact. What can spoken word do for the city of St. Louis
That's
and
real.
then globally as well?
That's real. For one, the first thing I thought of that came to my mind is the other platforms that allow something like spoken word to be eligible to be understood. We got the inaugurational spoken word. We got Rolling Loud series. We got orchestras. We have Fox Theater plays, and coming to St. Louis and being here in this city in the political system. The lane to to have spoken word change the dynamic is understanding how strong the voice of the people is as a collective when it comes to spoken word, bro. You feel me? Somebody who's actually in the community, somebody to represent the community in terms of passion. Like you said at the beginning of this podcast, it is a preaching. You feel me? It is a sermon of grace, of positivity. You feel me?
It's motivational speaking as well.
Literally, dog. Literally, we can paint pictures of what people are going through in this city, and having a positive mindset about this will actually get you out of it. You feel me? So for anybody out there looking for motivation to be a better person to themselves, because, you know, life already been telling you that the BS you putting up with is going to lead you somewhere that you ain't going to want to be. You have the opportunity to actually be something else. Not just a spoken word poet, but spoken word poets are advocates for the emotions and the vigor of the human nature, of the city's nature. So I really feel that having and making sure there is a place for spoken word poetry, it transcends longer than it's been a performative thing, honestly. You feel me? When rap first started, it was poetry. You feel me? Until the message started changing. You feel me? Talk about whatever y'all want to talk about, but this is going to be how I make my impact, because at some point you are going to want to make an impact, and I chose mine. You feel me? So especially being from the city where we grew up, bro. You feel me? A lot of people don't want to make that choice.
Indeed.
That's just on them to make. You feel me? And you know, we still represent the city because we are actually still living in the city, but there are outlets that are made for us to bring up these statistics that we see. You know what I'm saying? Your voice can actually make an impact or a change on someone's life.
Indeed.
I ain't gonna lie, there's youngins who follow me, you feel me, on my accounts. Like, they watching what I'm doing. They've heard me somewhere else. I've done poetry at a park, you feel me? They have seen that, okay, well, he's actually doing something. He's actually talking about something positive. He actually talking about something kind of relatable. All my work ain't extremely, oh, you need to fix your life. It's more so, man, life can hit you, right? Okay, let's go and get back up. You feel me? So, it is important. It is important for spoken word artists to know that the strength of their impact does not only exist on an open mic stage.
The ability to be relatable too just goes so far, because that's what we really need is because I feel like, especially in the rap scene, so many kids are looking up to, you know, wanting to have all these material objects and have a certain lifestyle that frankly can't sustain itself for too long. Yeah. Because
by itself.
By itself it won't be able to. And I feel like that just dumbs you down, and also keeps you occupied. Yeah. It's not something that is actually bringing fulfillment.
It's one huge distraction. Fool. So
without
you might still enjoy those. You might still like appreciate those things. Nobody telling you walk around look crazy. You feel me?
For sure.
I appreciate looking put together. I appreciate
the fits on
sets of jewelry. You feel me? You feel me? So, but you know, when somebody come ask and talk to you and about what matters to you or how strong of a person you are, it shouldn't be no clink. You feel me? It should be, you know what I'm saying? It should be your mental, your emotional,
your heart.
Yeah, right. Your character, fool. You feel me? Certain people ain't even gonna want to, from St. Louis, some people ain't even gonna work with you if your character bad.
For sure.
No matter if your work good or not. You feel me? I done seen some folk, you feel me? They got 100K on Instagram in St. Louis, but you don't hear them working with folk because they don't act right.
For sure.
You feel me? You ain't gonna sign the paperwork. You don't show up on time for studio time. So it's a character thing. So I'm not saying spoken word poets have the best character, but I make sure I do.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
You can only manage how you show up, and you make sure you show up on time.
And like you said, it definitely dumbs you down, bro. I was just listening to a track today. It's an old track. It's called what's it called? It's called Bitch Bad by Lupe Fiasco. Yeah, if y'all want to go look up that track, it's extremely deep. I think it's maybe 9 years old. I'm rounding up from 9 to about 13 years old, maybe. But it's a real old track. But I was listening to it, and it was the concept of blackface. You feel me? And the concept that the socially accepted part of ourselves is only for the entertainment, and those who are inspiring or have the influence are trying to come off stage and tell us, don't believe what you see on stage just for that bag. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you doing certain things on stage that you don't actually believe in, but then the 12-year-old watching you don't know that, and you trying to come and gaslight him and say, you know, he crazy or he slow for something that you promoting.
Indeed.
That's what that track is all about, and that was exactly what blackface was. You feel me? Like putting on a face to make it seem like this is what you are supposed to, the model black person. The model black person. That's honestly what it is across the board. Mm-hmm. That's in any city, you feel me? That model black person. All right, so I see all my old heads doing it. Okay, why am I not doing that? You see he fly. Right. You see he got the women, you feel me? He got the money. Okay, that's what I'm gonna go do. Mind you, the one who's doing it is telling you not to.
Indeed.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. So,
and it kind of ties into a fun fact. It doesn't really tie into black people specifically.
Yeah.
But I just noticed a parallel. How, what's his name? Bro, that made Apple. I don't know why.
Steve Jobs.
I don't know why. I wanted to say Bill Gates, but I knew it wasn't Bill Gates. I'm like, nah, that's Microsoft.
Yeah. But, close though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God.
So, bro, bro. Steve Jobs. So he made Apple. He made the iPhone, the iPad, and all that. But to your point of how you put on this persona on stage and then tell other people not to do that off stage, he literally told everybody in his family, especially his kids, that don't use these products.
Yeah.
Because as we're seeing now, these products now are, like you said, they are showing what is socially accepted.
Yeah, facts.
People are putting on that face for these social media platforms, for these phones, for these iPads, and everything. And
people don't understand that face is not worth it just because you're getting paid for it.
Indeed. And it's crazy how the creator of that is the same way too.
Yeah.
So it just makes you think the amount of energy that was put into making this and what type of energy was put into this and how it's
the spiritual energy that was put on it for you feel?
For sure.
Yeah,
and this is a military grade weapon.
Yeah.
As well. If anything, it has done more breaking apart than bringing together, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great things about this.
Definitely.
But if the creator himself is telling his loved ones not to even use it, then why are we continuing to use it? Obviously, we have a necessity.
Yeah, oh God, right now.
But
but that's the problem. That was the literal issue.
For sure,
that the necessity became the guarantee of stability became necessity.
Yeah,
yeah, on me. So okay, we're gonna make it easier all the way until it is the only easy.
Yeah,
yeah. Facts.
And if it's comfortable enough, you're gonna accept it. As such.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's the only easy.
For sure, for sure. And everything that you're talking about is not easy to look in the mirror and think about at all. And and we have to continue to push that message that, hey, life is hard and can be hard, and we have to face that, and that's fine. There's so many different people out there that are trying to say that life isn't supposed to be this hard. Well, sometimes it is, and it's either off circumstance of what God needs you to go through, or circumstance of something just happened to you that you can't control.
Yeah, nobody said it was right.
Yeah,
but it is what's happening.
But also at the same time, and I feel like more times than not, you control your actions.
You exactly where you're supposed to be. Facts.
For sure.
Facts.
And you have to be able to discern from what can I control to what can I control. There's a lot more things in the world that you can't control.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things like you going on stage and perform and how you can make your impact. You can control that. What people absorb and how they
interpret,
how they interpret, that's up to them. And I'm sure you've gotten to the point now where it's just like, okay, if you don't like it, then you don't like it. I'm gonna continue to do me.
Okay, yeah.
So, but if you strive so hard for people to like it, that's putting on that mask again, right? And trying to fit a certain perspective of somebody.
Literally, right? That's real. That's very real. Oh God. People have a certain sound they think poetry has.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Poetry might, but not spoken word.
Yeah.
It don't have a certain sound, bro. You feel me? Yeah, on me, you can put a track over some birds chirping, bro.
For sure.
You can put this on anything, dog. Yeah, it's about your message.
And I feel like that's just the point with music, whether if you want to include poetry and spoken word poetry in there as well, because it can definitely be music.
Yeah.
Even without the sounds in the background, it's music too. It can be music to somebody's ears. And if you're not staying authentic to that, it's just you're continue to oversaturate the market more than it already is.
Definitely.
And I feel like a lot of people try to hide themselves behind this industry. Because would you link spoken word with the music industry, or is it completely? Okay,
yeah,
got you. Because I know it's in Grammys as well, so I just wanted to see your perspective.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
Cool.
And hopefully, not hopefully, guaranteed that other people will too. You know what I'm saying? The more that it keeps showing up and being around, as it has been for actually a while. I wouldn't say hundreds of years, but maybe like 70, 60, maybe 80. For years, sure. Maybe a little longer. Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's a part of the music world, music industry.
Indeed, indeed. So, what was? I don't know if I asked this already, but what was the hardest moment that you ever went through on stage while performing? Was it through forgetting lines? Was it through a mishap on the cadence, or was it through just difficulties explaining that message because it's so hard hitting to you?
I ain't gonna lie. This is gonna sound conceited. The biggest one was people not paying attention. That's the most frustrating I've ever went through in my life. I ain't gonna lie.
Because again, it goes
they
back
hear
to
poetry,
yeah,
and they're like, "Oh, he just trying to," you know what I'm saying? But you put a track on it, and now everybody paying attention because they think it's rap, but it's not rap. You feel me? This is still spoken word poetry, but respecting the mic is a big thing to me. I ain't gonna lie, but it's just you gonna have crowds like that. I'm building right now, so that's not something I should be concerned about. But that is one of the hardest times is talking over people who simply is just not paying attention. We be in like clubs and bars and people be drunk, you know what I'm saying? So having to talk through them is just it's so frustrating.
Bro, I hear you.
Yeah,
for sure.
I didn't split people conversation before. Oh God, walk clean through with a mic, connect to the sound, and it still didn't work, bro. It's like, now I feel crazy, dog. But like you said, you cannot control how people respond to you. You can just go up there and do your thing and be smooth with it.
Whoever's meant to listen will listen.
Will hear, bro. Oh God, just like kind of a show I had. Somebody else told me that is that we heard you. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a me thing too. You feel me? Not everybody was just yapping. Some people was listening.
I mean, you got a good.
It's just
reason.
like if it's not the largest majority, it's a fucking C-. Like, nah, I don't like that. I don't like that, dog.
I hear you on that.
I gotta do something about that. But it's like it's not for me to do. It's just how my mind interpret.
And that's one thing I learned too. Just about anything. It's like whether if it's a podcast or me just having a conversation with somebody. I have to accept the fact that not everybody is gonna be actively listening or trying to listen to what you have to say. Yeah. And that's okay. Yeah. Because facts. It's not meant for them.
It's all good. Yeah, yes, literally. It was another artist. I went to Grammy weekend about a year ago or so. It was out of LA. It was an artist that told me that same thing. You know what I'm saying? They told me, don't change your sound for nobody. Don't change your, we mentioned it a couple times here. Don't change your sound for nobody. People who gonna find you are going to gravitate to you.
That's how you compromise,
so literally. That's
how you get compromised.
Yeah, facts. Exactly what you got. So yeah, I agree for sure. Can't change.
For sure, man. For sure. Well, to wrap it up, man, are you? What is the future of KZ.Smoove besides the headliner? We'll come back to that. Make sure you get more than enough promo off that. But what's the future of KZ? What's the future of your sound? What's the future of your message? And where you aspire to be?
I want to be nationally known global. For facts, global and national. I want to start regional, national, global. You feel me? For spoken word poetry, whether it is in terms of audio sequences like books or some of that nature, movies. I would love to do spoken word poetry in movies, and I will. You feel me?
Ooh,
as far as performing, Man, as far as performing, I want festivals. As far as right now, what's today? July 16th on Wednesday. I have not been able to perform at the City Winery in St. Louis. I performed at the City Winery in Nashville. I want to be able to perform at the City Winery in St. Louis. And it's always been an ongoing thing with me. You feel me? I met Jay Ivy. I told Jay Ivy as we were shaking hands, I told bro, I will perform here. You feel me? And not only a year later, I think it was 9 months later, I actually was able to perform there.
Fire.
Shout out Queen Sheba. She was actually Grammy nominated for spoken word poetry. And shout out Wolf the Poet. She hit me up about the opportunity while I was in St. Louis, and I came back down to Nashville to perform. So that was a sold out show. So I want to have a sold out show here in St. Louis, and I will.
You deserve it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes,
that.
sir.
You know what I'm saying? Stadium arenas, large, very large crowds, real serious topics as well. If I grab something political, I wouldn't be mad. You feel me? Because I do definitely have sides. You feel me?
sure.
So, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? I want to encompass myself in anything smooth, anything incorporating spoken word. I want to be the introduction to that. You feel me? And I want to hold the door open, basically. You feel me? Yeah, so that's what's next.
If you could work with one spoken word artist and one regular music artist, traditional music artist, who would they be?
Man, I think about this question all day. Still ain't got no answer. Let me see. I actually, in that same conversation that day, I did tell Jay Ivy, I did ask him, what would it look like to work with him? You feel me? He kind of chuckled. You feel me? I don't think he knew I was serious at that time. So just for time's purposes, time's sake, I'm gonna actually say Jay Ivy. I hope we work with bro in the future. And it's crazy because I went to Tennessee State University. He has an album released with Tennessee State's marching band. Shout out TSU, man. Tennessee State's marching band is one of the first HBCUs to have a Grammy nomination from a musical track through the marching band itself.
Ooh.
You feel me? So it's crazy. So
That's fire.
He got stuff with them, you feel me? Because he got runners in Nashville. So I'm gonna say Jay Ivy. As far as regular artists, I love women singing. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I love the way women's voice sound on tracks.
Yes.
And our voices always complement each other. So just like at my Darkroom show coming up, July 25th, doors open at 9:30. Be there.
15 online, 20 at the door.
But
what was that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, no. Be there, be square. Who said that?
Hey, doors are closed. I don't know who said that, but
Man,
it was said.
Hey, be there, you old. Y'all better get it. Be talking to y'all crazy.
Yeah, off camera.
But nah, bro, for real, be there, man. Be there. It's my very first headliner show, all spoken word poetry across the board. But I'm also having a background singer, Elena Lovely. She's gonna be my background singer. She's a dope artist in St. Louis. Shout out Elena Lovely. We go back way back to Create Place as well.
I don't know her, but shout out to her.
Hey, she's hard. She's dope. I think you've seen it. Was you at the center 2 days ago?
I was.
We had practice.
Yeah. I don't think I formally met her, though.
I think that was yesterday. It was yesterday.
It was yesterday?
Yeah,
I was not there.
Man, oh God, yeah. We was practicing. We were rehearsing for the show, but yeah, she gonna be there too. And our synchrony on how her voice sound, how my voice sound, it just sounds so flawless. You feel me? So I would say somebody like I like singers, man. Cash Page got a nice vibe. Cash Page.
I thought you would say Kendrick or something like that.
Man, oh God.
Because he has that type of vibe too.
Yeah,
sure.
I would, but I think as far as having my voice be the main, if I'm thinking about how I am right now, you feel me? An opportunity like that would be Smooth, but how I'm thinking about it, I would like to have an artist who already has a vibe as far as a singer, you feel me? And then I get to accompany that. You see
For
what I'm
sure.
saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
it.
So, you know what I'm saying?
There's a certain sound that you're looking for.
Right. Yeah, I'm not opposed to it though. It's just not what I hear at this very moment. You feel me? I'm still thinking, dog. I'm thinking. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Cash Page for right now.
Okay.
Yeah, oh God, just for
Dope.
the time's sake, you know what I'm saying? Not a Nico. Nico's dope though. You know who that is?
I don't believe so.
I'll be one of the greatest. That of mine.
Oh, yeah.
Her voice is hard too. I like that song. It's called King's Affirmation. I have a poem called King's Affirmation as well. Yeah, for sure that.
That's fire.
Singers.
I do have one last question. I completely forgot about this.
Bet.
We were talking about it before the podcast. The inclusion of visuals and the film process, getting behind the camera, not only doing content, but wanting to do short films, I believe, correct? And even movies. And like you said, you want to do your spoken word within movies.
Yeah,
but,
facts.
Do you aspire to be behind the camera more?
Yeah. I actually, I don't think I'm good at directing, but I don't know if I would say directing, maybe producing. You feel me? I do like creative directing though, so I've helped a couple of people create content. Just as far as social media, I've started there. You know, just creating different ideas. You know, brainstorming. I can come up with ideas out the wazoo, like, you know what I'm saying. Just okay, well, come from this angle. That angle looks better here. You know, zoom in there. It's to me, it comes easy for some reason. You know what I'm saying?
You have music videos at all?
No.
I would definitely would like to work with you on
Let's
that.
run it, bro. Yeah, on me. Let's lock that in.
Because directing, in terms of artistry, outside of what I'm doing with Mine Is Mine, that's like number one for me.
Yeah,
I'm a
bro.
super visual person.
Let's run it. Yeah,
So,
let's run it.
Yeah.
And I like cinematics. You feel me? So I'm really keen on cinematics. Like,
Well, you
'cause
got
just
stories
goes
to
with the
tell,
vibe.
too.
Man, right? It just fits the vibe. Like, why not? You feel me? Because we're painting a picture with words anyway.
Yeah.
You feel me? So
Like, I'm not trying to do any videos with... Like, I'm not trying to be that cameraman that pisses his pants when somebody's pointing a gun at him.
man,
I'm like, I couldn't, I don't know how, like the cameraman gotta be a shooter too, if that's the case. Like, he really needs to be.
yeah, oh God, bro, yes.
Me, I will not be.
Stand off to the side with
Me, I'm checking my watch constantly when it's time to go home. In that case, like, couldn't be
Man,
me.
yeah, for real. It's just something you gotta get kind of used to, for real. You know
For
what I'm
sure.
saying? Especially if you being around people with them, like, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Stuff do
indeed.
happen, but you know, you're right though. You don't want to be that person, bro.
Man, I couldn't
Gotta be
do
able to be trustworthy. Oh God.
I couldn't do it, bro.
Because even in the film world, sometimes some films have that too. So
True.
yeah, but that's different. That's different than the street. That's
Yeah,
different.
in the streets, it's gonna be real.
Yeah,
For
facts.
sure. It's not gonna be
really-
airsoft.
Yeah, facts. Nah, for real that.
But that's dope to hear, bro. I'm actually doing I'm actually filming some skits for KB. He has a
Hard.
headliner coming up August
Facts.
15th.
So do be there. Yeah.
Be there.
You need a be there button. Be there.
I need that. I can actually do that right
Yeah.
now if I needed to. So once you leave, I'm gonna work on that.
Yeah,
That's
facts.
my next project.
Oh God.
Just
Be
know
there. Be there. Be there.
next episode we're gonna have a big update on the buttons.
Yeah,
just be
facts.
ready
A
for
be
that.
there button. You need like a cash button.
Be there for the be there
Something.
button.
Man.
But yeah, bro, is there anything else that you want to talk about? Anything else that you want to mention? How can we reach you? I heard you have something big going on next Friday. I don't think we talked about that just yet.
Yeah.
But
facts. We sure ain't mentioned it. Hey,
Yeah,
July 25th, I got my largest headliner show, spoken word poetry. KZ.Smoove.
Be there.
I got 3 opening acts. Shout out to K Money the
there.
Poet. Shout out 2 Kid Slim. Shout out Metaphor. Got my 3 opening acts. I got 3 musicians. Shout out Volume Speaks. Shout out RJ. Shout out Jabstrack. Jabstrack on saxophone. Volume Speaks on saxophone. RJ on guitar. This is my first headliner show at the Dark Room at the Grandale Square. Shout out Create Place
I'll do
for helping me
content
get
for
on
him.
her. Yeah, for sure.
I got you.
Yeah, on
Yes,
God.
sir.
It's finna be a coming home party. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing the whole show is a dedication to the people who have helped me get where I'm at now. So down to the musicians and the background singer and the ambiance of the room have been everybody who started with me at Create Place. You
Yes,
feel me?
sir.
So yeah. Y'all gotta be there for that. I do have a track coming out as well. I'm hoping to drop it. So sorry, don't hold me to it because it's some specifics, but I want to drop 8 Ball the same day as my show, July 25th. and I will be performing 8-Ball at the show as well. And yeah, doors open at 9:30. The ticket link is in my bio, so go ahead and tap into that.
I know you don't want to spend $20 at the door.
Yeah,
Say $5.
yeah. Come on now, come on, dog. You know we got to go up though.
That $5 can contribute to a drink.
Bingo. Come on now, yeah. And I can't forget Louis Confliction. He's actually hosting the show.
Confliction is that guy, man.
Yeah,
He's
for
one
real.
Of the best,
on me.
One of the
Shout
best
out Word Up too. He be at Word
Big
Up. He
shout
hosts
out
that
to
Word
Word
Up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out DJ Energy. You know what I'm saying?
Is there any, speaking of that, is there any spoken word artists or poet artists that you want to shout out right now? I got one.
Shout out my dog H-Town. You hear me? Yeah. Shout out my dog H-Town.
In the infancy, but I'm growing. Let's
Definitely, dog.
Hey, shout out to Trey Down Inspires too, as
Man,
well. He's dope with
facts.
it.
Oh God, so
Confliction.
right now, yeah. Shout out Lou. Lou actually gives me a lot of good critiques. I ain't gonna lie. Coming off the stage when I be practicing at Word Up, I was with Word Up when they first started being a hot Java. So from then on, for a couple months, I was there consistently.
I believe I seen you there. I feel like we didn't formally meet there,
man.
But
that was a second home too. Shout out Hot Java, man. Like it's so cool. It's so cool that you know what I'm saying we all stick close like that.
They respect the mic for sure.
Yeah,
they
facts.
respect the mic.
Facts. So Lou, he give me a lot of good critique, and he's been doing it for a while as well. And I can hear his sound within my sound.
He's just so flawless with it, man.
For sure. In the lane of like spoken word performance and performing, I say Metaphor. You feel me? Because he just came out with an album. Leap Through the Poet as well. She just came out with a poetry album. They both got poetry albums. They have experience getting in the studio and transitioning Metaphor to live music. And Lethal has already transitioned to live music. They're the people I'm keeping an eye out on. You know what I'm saying? 2 Kid Slim. We getting her in the studio more. She's been in the studio a whole bunch more. Icy Girl is one of my favorite tracks, by the way. K Money the Poet. K Money's been doing it for a while. Man, I can shout out the whole crew. You hear me? But we've actually
St. Louis stand up, man.
On me.
We
St.
so
Louis,
talented.
Hey, St. Louis spoken word poets, man. Stay close, stay grounded, and continue to improve your skills off the open mic. Simple. I really slightly don't care. Anybody sees it. It's just the next. It is the next step. You actually want to evolve as a spoken word artist. Get off that open mic stage. Set up featured performances. Shout out my dog Rich at Lyrical Therapy. You know what I'm saying? He helps a whole bunch of artists through the pipeline of spoken word poetry as well. And he is a poet himself. And he's a performing artist too. So I think he kind of raps as well, but I call it spoken word. You feel me? That's what I would call it.
Yes, sir.
He has experience with performing with live music too. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Lyrical Therapy actually do a lot for people in the city too.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, man.
I'll definitely have to catch up on that. I've been hearing nothing but good things about it, so I have to pop out sometime.
Definitely, dog. Definitely. Yeah, we're doing a lot of things. Doing a lot of things in the city, bro.
That's a blessing, bro. I'm glad to hear that. Is there any last words that you want to say at all?
Man, shout out to Mine is Mine podcast. My name is KZ.Smoove, smoothest spoken word artist in the city, soon to be global. You can follow me on all platforms under KZ.Smoove, SMOOVE Smooth. Thank you for having me, bro.
Of course, bro. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
Sure.
Hey, man, y'all know what it is over at Mine is Mine. We're here to expand consciousness, whether it's through spoken word, whether it's through music, whether it's through film and conversations like this. Consciousness, like I said earlier, is the center, is the source. So if we can find different ways to continue to expand our consciousness and grow as a people, grow as a society, I promise you, we're gonna feel a lot of fruits of that labor.
It is possible. But that's my last mic drop. It is possible. Period.
Indeed.
Smooth.
You see, he's doing it. I'm doing it.
It is possible, gang.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Indeed. But I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for your time,
dog. You know what it is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We out, ladies and gentlemen. Love.